Good evening, Mel.
Good evening.
Mel, Cheshunt at home last week. Once we'd weathered their initial opening, we did seem like the most likely team to score in both the latter stages of the first half and the second, but we didn't. We had shots low and wide, we had headers over, but a few on target as I recall. Do you think the chances we created were clear cut enough, or were they half chances that we should have done better with?
Well, I think that as the game went on, we got more and more dominant in the game and created some half decent chances. But I mean, in the first half, we should have had 2 goals. One was an absolute gimme, where I think even their defenders and goalkeeper had given up. But we
that was the first 5 minutes.
We managed to put it over the bar, and you go 1-0 up. And I think that's the key to games. You know, it's a cliche, goals change games. Of course they do. You know, I say to the team often before games, if you score in the first minute, you don't win the game. If you concede in the first minute, you haven't lost the game. You know, the game's 90 odd minutes long, and you've got to go all the way through. And we had enough chances to get something out of that game. Should have at least a draw out of the game. You've got to say that the pitch was very, very hard, very, very bobbly, and it was difficult for both teams. I don't think our goalkeeper really had much to do or many saves to make. Even when they got the ball in around the box, shots were going over the bar and wide, very similar to us. So on chances created, I feel that we had the better chances and should have, like I said, got at least 1 goal, if not 2, and come away with at least a point. But that's football. You know, there's been other games where we weathered a storm for the whole 90 minutes and nicked a win. So it's what it is. We've got to be better at finishing, and I've just said to some of the lads, you've just got to calm down. You know, when the chance arises, don't be so keen and so eager and so and snatch at it. You just got to relax and trust yourself and trust your technique.
And you had Dulwich watched this week when was it Tuesday? They squeezed a 1-0 win away at Potter's Bar. Prior to that, they've conceded 3 goals in consecutive matches. Do you think our forward line will get chances at the weekend?
I think we'll get chances. They are a good team. We had them watched, yes. They were playing Potter's Bar. We've got Potter's Bar in the Cup on next Tuesday, and we've got Dulwich this Saturday, so it seemed a perfect opportunity. It was difficult because one of my coaches had to go and watch them, which meant we were a bit light on the coaching staff. But no, it was well worth going, and you know, he's come back with information that may or may not help us. You know, the one thing you have to remember, most teams, they're allowed to change, do things differently. So you could go and watch them all you want, but quite often it changes. They'll change to injuries, maybe resting players, new players in, or just to change the shape so you see what we do. You never know. So as much as it's good information, what you try and get to grips with is how are they coached? What is their route to goal? What are their biggest threats? So you take a more general view of the team as a whole rather than any one individual or one particular moment.
Mel, on paper, they look perhaps a better team than the table suggests. Are they a team in a false position, or can we say at this point of the season that the table doesn't lie in their case?
I think you've got to say with any team, you look at the quality of the players and you can either say they're underperforming or overperforming. And probably you would feel, if you were the manager there or you were directors or board of directors, you'd feel that probably for the investment they've underperformed. You can't say they're a poor team, you can't say that the league doesn't lie, you can just say that, you know, they probably haven't performed their best. They've certainly got good players. I mean, I've watched 2 or 3 games this week, and they've got good footballers, good decision makers, and they've got a big squad. They've got a big squad to choose from. So no, I think they're a good team, good players, and they just could be. I mean, haven't seen enough to say. It could be unlucky, it could be injuries, it could be many things. But certainly they're a better team and better players than the league position would allow you to believe at the moment.
Onto our squad. Worcester recalled Christian Scott, and Oku's gone back to Leyton Orient, with Nathaniel progressing quite well now, but having been out most of the season. Is he going to be like a new signing in midfield?
He'd be like a new signing to me. I've never seen him play. He's been injured from day one. I think he got injured in the Potters Bar Cup game on the Tuesday night before I came in on the Thursday. So I've never seen him. Certainly in training, he shows glimpses of quality. The key to him will be whether fitness-wise, in terms of his actual ability to run for 90 minutes, whether he's anywhere near that yet, which I doubt. But certainly the plan is at the moment is to give him a run out on Tuesday and see where he is, and see exactly where he is for us. Tuesday against Potters Bar. Now whether that's a starting off the bench, we'll wait and see. But yeah, Wilson recorded Cheshunt. I'm chuffed for him because he now has got a chance in the first team. I know he's on the bench on Saturday, got a few minutes. It's great. A young lad, 19. He was gutted to leave, I'll tell you that. He was genuinely gutted to leave. But, you know, like I said to him, it's a great opportunity. Go and enjoy it and make the most of it. You can always come back. If it doesn't work out, you can always come back.
Isn't it great to see players going up?
Yeah, totally. Of course it is. And although I was disappointed and gutted and he was going to start on Saturday for us, it's the way it should be. You know, I want players here and I want to help them progress their careers. I want to help players, whether it's on loan, make them better players for the loan club, or whether it's the young lads who've been released, come in, work with me and move up the pyramid. So I think it's excellent. In terms of new players in, we've got, I mean, obviously Charlie Naylor signed today. So he's back, which is great. I mean, obviously the travel was difficult for him from where he was living with his work and everything. But obviously it hasn't worked out at Dover. He enjoyed it here. And he just phoned me up and said, look, I'd love to come back. And of course, we'll welcome good players with open arms. There may be one or two of our players going out. You know, you never know. 7 days can come in at any point and people can move. And in the same way, we're looking at good players as well, trying to just bring maybe one or two more in if we can. So, yeah, I think there's still 2 weeks to go. Fair bit of movement can happen both ways. And as I've said many times, the fluidity of your squad is the one thing I've had to really get used to at this level. That 1 minute you've got 2 or 3 players that you love, and the next minute they've all moved on. So we'll look to strengthen. Charlie's coming in, which helps us because he can cover left back, he can cover midfield, and he can cover centre halves, and he's a good footballer, and we need good footballers.
Mel, we've enjoyed your video review tonight. We'll let you get out on the training pitch and put it into practice.
I'm spending a lot of time with videos at the moment. Thanks very much indeed. Thank you.
Cheers.